Welcome and congratulations on joining this program. I think this will be one of the best decisions that you've ever made. And I know you're here because you want to get the right guidance, the right support, and the right strategies to land your dream job and start building or continue building your dream career. And you're definitely in the right place. We've helped so many people before you to succeed, and many of them did land amazing jobs, dream jobs, top tier roles at great companies, and we have an exceptional track record. And we're very excited to have you here. We're very excited for you to go through this program and to achieve these same kinds of results that we're used to seeing here. But before we move on, there's something I want to share with you. You might think this is a bit strange, but hear me out. The truth is, very early on when we started this program, we used to really handhold our clients. We'd really help them, probably way too much. And we even did a lot of the heavy lifting for them. For example, we'd just go and basically write their resume for them and things like that. But there was a problem here. Some of the people who we helped so much, after landing that job and spending a little bit of time in that role, unfortunately, some of them ended up getting fired. And at first, this really kind of upset me because we'd helped these people achieve something so amazing, and I felt like they just wasted this opportunity by not performing. I really thought that it was a big waste. But then after a bit of thinking, I realized that actually it was kind of our fault too, because we'd helped them too much. They'd got through the job search and the recruitment process with our support because we were there with them every step of the way, but really they relied on us so much, way too much, so that when they finally had to stand on their own 2 feet in the professional world, they just weren't ready for it. They crumbled, basically, and they didn't know how to handle it. They didn't know how to handle challenges on their own that came up during work. They didn't know how to solve problems as they came up. They didn't know how to communicate properly. They didn't know how to just operate at a professional level in a professional world. And I asked myself, why? And I think the reason was because they had never been held to that kind of standard before. And the truth is, at the time, we thought we were doing a big favor for them by helping them this much. But after a lot of thinking, in the end, we realized, this is actually a mistake. And I decided, we can't have any more of our clients get their dream jobs and then get fired. So that kind of changed us as a business, and we decided to change a bit how we do things. So our goal now as a business is not just to get you hired. It's more than that. Of course, that's the main goal, and we want to ensure that you and every client lands a great job and builds a successful career, and that's what we're going to do with you, especially if you do this properly and you put in the work. But we have this other goal now on top of that, and that is this. At the same time as helping you get this job, we want to very subtly train you to stand on your own 2 feet, to make sure that when you actually get that job, you can keep it. You can pass probation and you can perform at an elite level or a very good level, maybe even be one of the best hires that organization has ever had. So the question is, how do we do this? And it's actually really simple. All we're going to do is, as you go through this program, we're going to treat you as or like a professional. That's it. Because by treating you like a professional, you're going to come out of the other end much more ready to crush that job and be in that professional setting. So we're almost going to kind of treat you like we're working with you in a professional setting. Almost like you're working on a project, your own project, which is to land that job that you want in your field, the right job. And we kind of, as your team in the company, we're here to support you on that journey. The mentors and our support team think of them as like your managers, your senior colleagues, there to provide guidance as you work on the project. And maybe other members of the community, they're kind of like your colleagues. You are responsible for driving this project, but we're here to support you. We're like your support network. And what this means is we're going to have pretty high expectations of you. For example, we'll expect you to communicate very professionally. We'll expect you to think on your own 2 feet, to solve problems as they come up, or do your best to at least, and ask smart questions. We'll expect you to follow instructions, to complete action items, and to actually follow through on stuff. This is not going to be like a university topic. We're not here to mark your assignments or anything like that. We're simply here to support you, to work closely with you, to guide you as you take the lead, you go out into the world, and you fight for that job offer that you really want, that will change your life. That's it. And we're going to do our best to hold you to a high standard. And if from where we're sitting, from our perspective, we don't see you meeting that standard, the team may call you out on it. Not because we want to be harsh, but because it's genuinely for your own good. We want you to crush the job search and your job when you get it. This program is going to give you everything you need to succeed, because we've just done this so many times now. But in the end, it's you who needs to do the heavy lifting. And if you want not just short-term, but long-term results, you need to be acting like a professional in this program. So, how can you actually do that from your end? Well, I've thought about 10 tips that I want to share with you on how to crush the program, get amazing results, and act like a professional, basically. So I'm going to go through those now. The first one is, we need you to take full ownership of your results and your success. I spent a lot of time studying our best clients, and the most successful clients, they usually take complete ownership of their job search and their results. So if you're not getting results, own that. If you're struggling in a certain area, take action to fix it. Get help from us as you need it to fix that thing. If something isn't working, adjust it, problem solve, figure it out, get support, keep going. Do not waste time blaming the economy, recruiters, the job market. The truth is, people who point fingers at others and don't look inwards at themselves, they never succeed. So you have to believe that you are in full control of these results. You own your results. And if you do that, results are going to come, guaranteed. That's the right mindset. And of course, you're here to get our help, and we are here to do that, of course. But in the end, you need to own your own results if you really want to win. The second big tip is you need to get the work done and get it done properly. Of course, this program is designed to help you get a job, but that only works if you put in the work. So if we give you work to do, please do it properly. Don't take shortcuts. If we ask you to refine your resume and implement some feedback that we had, do your best to make it world class. That's going to set you apart. If we tell you to practice your interview answers thoroughly after we've reviewed them, please rehearse them properly, practice, and show up prepared to that interview. People who half-ass the work get half-ass results. It's simple as that. The third tip is to take our feedback seriously. The best clients that we've had, they really, really listen well. Even if they're super smart, super competent, they leave their ego at the door and they take feedback. They implement it properly and they come back to us with strong revisions, strong output. They don't get defensive. They don't ignore what they're told. They use feedback as fuel to improve and improve fast. Because every time you apply feedback successfully, you're literally just leveling up. So please take feedback on. The fourth tip is to communicate like a professional. The truth is, how you do one thing typically is how you do all things, how you do everything. And that's the same with how you communicate. How you communicate in this program with us and everyone here, it's going to reflect how you're going to communicate in your job search and career. So be clear and direct in your communication. Don't send sloppy, vague messages with bad spelling. Provide context when you ask questions. Engage really professionally with our team and other clients. Try and be positive as well and enthusiastic so people actually want to respond to those messages. The fact is, if you want people to take you seriously, you need to act like it. The fifth tip is to solve problems and ask smart questions. Your future manager, when you get this job, they are not going to hold your hand. Probably, they are going to have high expectations of you. They'll expect a lot, and they're probably going to give you minimal guidance. So I want you to start preparing for that eventuality from today. So just like if you were in that job, when you run into a problem in this program, try and identify what it is. Try and solve that problem. Take ownership of that problem. Of course, I know you're here because you want help, and we are here to help you, of course. But it's really important you start thinking that way. You start owning these problems and seeking guidance and support so you can solve it. Of course, we are here and we want you to ask lots of questions, to ask for lots of help, of course. But this is just the kind of mindset we need. And when you do ask a question to our team, try and ask a smart question. Don't just say, I don't know what to do, help. Say something like, hey team, I hope you're going well. I've reviewed these materials. I've tried X. I've thought about Y, but I'm still kind of stuck with Z. I was thinking of doing it this way, but what would you suggest? Is this the right kind of path I'm taking? So that's a very smart kind of question. I'd suggest you do that, not just here, but when you get the job. It's going to set you apart massively. Smart people ask really good questions. The sixth tip is to show up, be reliable, and do your best to deliver. I honestly think being reliable is often more valuable than being talented. So if you book a call, be there on time. If you're asked to do something, follow through and do it. If you say you'll do something, just get it done. High performers, especially in this program and in the real world, they don't just try things, they actually just get stuff done. They're machines. The seventh tip is try and make an impression. The reason why is every now and then, a client who joins our program, they really impress us. They impress our team, maybe the mentors, and even maybe some of our other clients, our community members. And sometimes, when this has happened in the past, mentors or other people in the community have been open to and have referred clients to their own companies, to opportunities. Our team has even written recommendations for and vouched for clients in the past. This is not a guarantee in this program. It's not something we do for everyone. But it does happen and it can happen. But the reason it happens for these specific clients is because they really, really impress us. And they really impress other people, the mentors, the people in this community. They carry themselves really well and they follow all the tips that I'm sharing with you today. So I strongly recommend you make a little bit of an effort to make a fantastic impression with our team, our community, our mentors. Not only will it make them want to go and be above and beyond to help you, but it could potentially result in other opportunities as well. The eighth tip is to drop the arrogance and be coachable. I promise you nothing will hold you back more in your career and in your job search than thinking you already know everything. We've had arrogant clients in the past, and either one, we kicked them out because we didn't want their energy in the community. We didn't really want to work with them when we found this out, to be honest. Or second, they were slow to get results because the truth is people can smell arrogance from a kilometer away. In interviews, arrogance is actually a red flag. It's something people look for and they don't want to hire people with that. Hiring managers will avoid you if you are arrogant. So please don't let that be you. Tip 9 is to be the person who people want to help. Do you want people to go out of their way to help you, to vouch for you, to support you, to go above and beyond for you? If you do, then you've got to become someone who's worth helping. So go above and beyond, show up to calls, be positive and enthusiastic in the community. Thank everyone for their time and their efforts. Be courteous, compliment people genuinely if you have something nice to say. Smile, bring great energy, engage with other people, help people out. People will naturally go out of their way to help people who they like and respect. If you do these things in our program, and when you're job searching, and when you actually start your next job, opportunities will come your way. Last tip is make this program your own. In this program, you're going to get a blueprint for landing jobs. We're going to give you great strategies, templates, tools, recommendations, all these things. But don't just copy everything we tell you word for word. We need you to customize it. So adapt your resume to reflect your experience. Tweak your cover letter so it sounds like you, obviously. Build your networking messages in a way that actually fits your personality. The most successful clients, at least what I've noticed, is they take what we teach, they take the principles, the foundations, and they then tailor that to their specific situation and based on their personality. Yeah, basically, if you do those 10 things, you're going to be crazy successful in this program. So I guess now it's up to you. How are you going to show up? Will you treat this program like it's a job? Will you act like a professional? If so, please commit to these 10 principles today. Because if you decide to do this, then you are about to take things to a whole nother level in your job search, in your career, and in life. Thank you for your time, and let's get to work.